Welcome to this video deck, which is on Monday 17th of July, 6:15 p.m. GMT. Now, today's video I want to look at what I consider to be a couple of high probability trade setups. They are in USD CAD and CAD JPY. We'll do the technicals in a moment, but also today what we're going to be doing is keeping firmly in mind our favourite report in Forex trading, the COT, the Commitment of Traders Report, to back up our view of the technicals. If you don't know what the COT is and you're new to our videos, there's an explanatory video underneath this one. But just in brief here, if you want to watch the video through, we always like to trade with the smart money commercials when they diverge in their positions from non-commercial speculators. Now, in terms of setups, we're going to do CAD JPY first, which in my view is a really attractive setup in terms of risk reward. Then USD CAD. I've stopped out of that earlier on today by 4 pips. I really hate it when that happens. However, USD CAD is going back up now, takes out resistance. I think the USD is going far higher. So let's start with CAD JPY, then we'll do USD CAD. CAD JPY daily. Just before we go and do the chart action, just let's take a look at the CFTC net traders. Now, in terms of the CFTC net traders, they don't actually exist. In cross trades, you have to work them out for yourself. Basically, you take USD CAD, USD JPY, total the commercials, non-commercials in both groups, and then come up with the ratios. It gives a rough guide. Obviously, we'll move to USD CAD. We can do it directly from the data, but I've always found doing the ratios a good way of spotting turning points in the crosses. Now, in terms of non-commercials, 2.6 to 1, longs over shorts, so bullish. Smart money commercials, 5.3 to 1, shorts over longs. So we've got a ratio of 7.8, which isn't the biggest ratio on the CFTC net traders this week. But what I like about it is we've gone from near enough evens on this cross, so you're being in balance, up to 7.8. And yeah, if you look just generally across the CFTC net traders, the commercials are coming in heavily to buy the yen. They were bullish of the CAD over the last few weeks, but they really have got rid of their CAD longs now, or started to shed them. So basically, we're looking for a downturn in this pair, and we feel the CFTC net traders is giving us a little bit of backup. In terms of any big trend that we think is going to turn, we like to use the ADX. You don't get many signals with it. Great indicator, very simple one to use. Red line is the ADX. Wait for it to get above 40. As soon as it gets above 40 and turns down, you're looking for a reaction to the prevailing trend. So you have to look at the trend. Okay, this one is obviously down. ADX turns down, she moves up. Okay, got another ADX turn down here. It occurs on this red candle. Now, in terms of this trend, it's much more aggressive in terms of trajectory than this one. That normally gives you a bigger reaction when you get the ADX turned down. Obviously, we'll see if that happens, but looking for a really good reaction to the downside here. Now, in terms of this candle being the turn down, let's just take the last 4 candles, okay? Nice big wide range day here. That's the high. Obviously, we've settled back from it. Cut with another blue candle to try and take out the high. It doesn't do it. This red candle comes up above the blue one, still can't take it out. This candle, low volatility really, comes up above the red and can't take out the candle, okay, or the main candle, which is this one. So I actually just think this is going to hold now. I just don't see this giving way. I mean, now I've said that, it probably will, but there we go. So that for me is resistance. Now, where would you come in on this trend and where could it go? Well, my own view is that, you could wait for this red tail to be taken out if you wanted. That's a safe entry. Or you could go for an aggressive entry. And I quite like to look at this level here. Okay? 3 tails, a body, and a body. Just come through. 89.65, basically. Sorry, 88.65. My apologies. They've given an aggressive entry in. Where do I think we would go to? Well, you'd normally say that the 20-day moving average will provide support, in a good strong uptrend or a strong downtrend. It does so over here, doesn't it? You see, test the 20, test 25 6 times, test it again, come back to test it here, test it, and eventually break it. I don't think this 20-day moving average is going to hold this time. I think, it's a big move up in CAD JPY. I just think we'll overrun the 20-day moving average. Where do I think we'll go to? I would pick this level here. I think we'll get down 84.50. So a good way down. Now, where would you put the stop? On this one, I'm putting my stop back behind 90, just in case get another tail. I don't see one coming, but that is where my stop is going to be, back behind 90.30. If we break 88, I'd obviously bring that down to behind 89, but I'm going to use a relatively wide stop on this one to start with. Wherever you put your stop, you just make sure it's a good way back from the highs. I just think this one's got, just got good downside potential, just like the look of this chart. So we'll see what happens. Now we can move on and look at USD CAD. I'm going to look at the actual data from the CFTC first of all before we move to the USD CAD charts. Let's move to the CFTC data. CAD USD. Now I know in Forex we trade it as USD CAD, but in terms of looking at CFTC data, you always get the foreign currency first. So we're going to look at USD CAD in a moment. Just want to go through how the commercials are moving against the non-commercial speculators. Now when we drop down here to this low in the CAD, okay, look what happens. The commercials accelerate their long buying and take a really big net long position. What do the speculators do, the non-commercials? They take a really big short position in the CAD, i.e. they're very long the USD. Now what happens is obviously it breaks up in favour of the commercials, and the commercials basically start to shed their longs. They're now net short, okay? Just gone net short. So what have the speculators done? Well, they're all being hit on stop, and they're basically just only net short. But I'll explain why in a moment. They've probably crossed to net long. So what's going to happen in our view? Just as the speculators were caught out down here, they're going to get caught out up here. Okay, so we expect the CAD to go down and the USD to go up. So let's just go to the USD CAD chart and look at some levels. The CAD daily chart, and in terms of the chart, it's the right way around for us now. Here is the level where the commercials sell heavily against speculators. It's 137. There's really big divergence up here, and prices break in favour of the commercials. Now that is the COT candle report. So last Tuesday, that blue one, 129. Commercials move their hedges now and they go long. Okay, now obviously what we've seen is we've seen a run on to the downside. Okay, that doesn't hurt the commercials, as we know. They're just simply hedging cash. Now what will have happened on this big red candle here, in my view, and we'll see on next week's COT report, speculators who've been long the USD throughout the decline will reverse and go short. That's, from my experience with the CFTCs, that's what's happened. What's going to happen, in my view now, is the commercial buying against the spec selling. The commercials are going to win, and we're going to see a move to the upside. Now, what we've seen today is, obviously, we poked down to a new low, and we're finishing blue. That did stop me out. I thought I had a really good entry by 4 pips. So annoyed about that. But that's the way it goes. I've come back in along with a small position anyway. But really, to load up, I want to see it go through the round number. So I want to see it get back above that tail and just get through the round number. So 127.20 I think I'll do on this one. I want an aggressive entry. Where am I going to put my stop? 125.65. Where do I think we're going to go to? Well, it's a really big decline, and the first level I think we're going to aim for is the 20-day, which is up at 130 here. Okay, but because the dollar is so oversold, I think we'll overrun this level. I don't think we'll stop here. I think we'll go right up to here. So the top of that red candle there, and this bit of support that gave way. So from here, I'm really looking for near enough 500 pips on the upside. Now, what I haven't mentioned yet is the ADX. We're up above 50. It's going to take just, if that blue candle was double in size, it would probably turn down. Just need one more blue candle. I think the ADX will go. I know I'm anticipating the ADX, but that's from my kind of experience of it. And because the move is so aggressive, it was such a big move. Yeah, it was basically 1,000 pips from where we've noted the commercial started selling heavily. I think we're going to get a really good reaction to the upside. Yeah, new low, and then returning blue, get through 127. We've got the RSI turning up from an oversold extreme as well. So hoping this one could turn out to be a good trade. So that's my review of USD CAD.